Hello, Evolve as You Go community member.
Hello, hi.
As you know, we are here to help you navigate change. And what better way to do that than to invite inspiring guests to share their stories with you?
So I'm so excited because today we have Emma that's joining us.
And we always do the talking. So today we are going to have Emma do most of the talking. So Emma, I hope you're ready.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks, guys.
So to start off, Emma, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So I am currently at the University of Guelph completing my fourth year of my undergraduate studies. I am taking a major in studio art and a minor in biology.
So Emma, can you tell us more about your journey as an artist? How did you get to become an artist?
I have just been drawing and doodling since I could hold a pencil, and public school to high school, I've taken as much art courses as I could, and camps and stuff. And then it was really my high school teacher that inspired me to pursue my passion for art at university. I always sort of, you've heard about the starving artist thing, and how you're not going to be able to sustain yourself financially as an artist. But she really encouraged me that if you have enough of a passion and a drive for it, and even if you have other passions that you can pursue along the way, you really don't have to worry about that. Like, your own motivation and passion will sort of deal with that for you and carry you through.
You're very lucky to have somebody that sees potential in you and encourages you to pursue your passion for art. Now, you talked about how you used to doodle as a kid and just draw and sketch. When did you really start to decide that you love to draw nature?
I grew up in Muskoka and Algonquin, and so I've always been surrounded by nature and had a passion for it. And my parents have always been really instrumental in getting me outside and teaching me about the outdoors. And so that's definitely had a big influence on my art practice. My art is very place-based and inspired by where I grew up. I think for a lot of artists, your practice really reflects what you're passionate about. And so having a lot of education in the sciences and particularly environmental science, conservation biology is a big reason why I'm so passionate about including nature and my love for nature in my art, is sort of as a way to teach while also exploring my passions as an artist.
So many people see arts as a hobby. So when was the moment you realized that you could actually sell it and even teach it?
There's a lot of people who view art as just a craft or something that can't be a job or something that sustains you financially. I think for me, it began when I started being commissioned by family friends, and then people outside of that as well. So teachers or people who were friends of people who had commissioned me, I think that helped me to realize that I could sell something that I love to do. And also another big one was print sales that I did at university. In my classes, we always have an annual sale where we're able to sell our prints that we've done in our printmaking classes. People from all over come to these sales, so different profs, art collectors, and students will come and buy your work, and they'll be able to talk to you. It's been such an amazing gift to be able to sell my art while being at school, and then also having the opportunity to talk to these profs and these art collectors and to see what they think about your art and realize that your art can go beyond just the school setting, that it can actually transcend that and be marketable, I think was a really big one. The other thing that has, I guess, inspired me to pursue a teaching degree is 3 years ago. I began working with a business called More Than Just Art in Huntsville. And so I've started teaching kids art. And then I've also done paint nights with adults. I'm able to tailor the way I teach to allow these people to grow and go beyond copying my art to actually become their own artists. So that's been really rewarding, seeing people come back to these classes and see them sort of progress as an artist and know that I've been instrumental in that. I think that's been a really inspiring thing that's made me realize that, you know, I can continue that if I go to be a teacher. So I think I'm really excited next step in the journey.
So what would you say you have learned about yourself so far in that journey of yours?
I've learned that I just can't stop creating, and I can't let myself get down when I create something that I'm not happy about. It's sort of, I have a prof who says you sacrifice that art to the art gods, and then you keep creating until you make something that you're happy with, and then you carry on with that. So yeah, the big ones just don't stop creating.
When did you start gaining confidence in your work and realizing that your work is good, your work is worthy of being shared and sold?
When you get really positive feedback from people who are being brutally honest with you, it can be really inspiring. If there's sort of a general like adoration for your art or really positive feedback and comments, it can make you just feel really, really great. And sales do the same thing too. When you sell your artwork to someone who is just so happy to have this in their home or to see your work, it just sort of gives you this happy feeling and sort of gives you more confidence to continue, knowing that, you know, people love your art and they want to see more. So
now that you do it as work as well, do you still enjoy it as much as when you used to do it only for fun?
If I wasn't having fun with it, I wouldn't continue with it. Some assignments that I get, it's like, oh, I wouldn't do this if I was working on my own, but I have to do it for school or for a commission. But I think that's what really pushes me as an artist to explore practices and methods that I normally wouldn't venture into. In a way, it's more fun to have that mystery to it of trying something new and not knowing what you're going to create.
What advice would you give to people who are thinking about taking their hobby and turning it into a business?
I'm going to give advice, but I really should be taking my own advice in that I think it's really important to do more talks and presentations to really network and do shows and self-promotion. Often I guess I get caught up in what I'm doing and forget to really push my art. I think that's a big one. Something that I do myself that I can give advice for is to start an Instagram page, because often I've found before people ask you about a website, they ask you if you have an art Instagram. I don't know if that's just for artists or if it is applicable to all businesses, but I find that people often want that connection to you on social media. It's so easy to message you to keep up to date with your art. Instead of checking on a website every day, you just have this person's art constantly coming up. And so that's a way that artists are able to connect with each other, and artists are able to connect to people who might want to buy their art or see their art or promote their art. Even if you don't do it for other people, do it for yourself, because it's a way of cataloging what you've done and looking back and seeing the way that your art has changed and progressed. It's really easy to sort of get caught up in comparing yourself to others, whether it's their style or just the way they're leading their business. And I think what's most important is to remember that you're on your own path and that you're not going to follow what everyone else is doing, because you have your own style, your own interests and your own goals. You can't base what you're doing on what others are doing.
Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to watching and being in touch with you as you continue to evolve. For anybody that wants to connect with Emma and watch her artwork evolve, all of the details will be in the description box below.
So if you know any other inspiring people you would love to see on our channel, please let us know at kimandkristinecoaching@gmail.com.
And as always, if you enjoy these videos, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.